Have you ever felt like you're just not good enough? Like no matter how hard you try, you keep hitting a wall? I know that feeling. I lived it. For years, I felt like I was running in place, watching everyone else sprint past me. It was this constant, nagging voice in my head telling me I was a failure. My story isn't about some overnight success. It's about the slow, painful, and often invisible grind that nobody ever sees. A few years ago, I had this big dream. I wanted to start my own creative project, something that was truly mine. I poured every ounce of my energy into it. I'd stay up until 3 a.m., fueled by cheap coffee and sheer hope, sketching out ideas, building plans, and teaching myself new skills from scratch. I told a few close friends and family, and their reactions were lukewarm at best. I heard things like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or, "Maybe you should stick to your day job, for security." It felt like a punch to the gut. Here I was, putting my entire heart on the line, and the people closest to me were already doubting me. Their words, meant to be cautious, just echoed the insecurities I was already fighting. The first year was brutal. I launched my project, and crickets, almost no one noticed. The few comments I got were critical. I made mistake after mistake. I spent money I didn't have. I sacrificed weekends, parties, and time with loved ones. I was exhausted, broke, and deeply discouraged. There were so many nights I'd just stare at my ceiling, asking myself, what are you even doing? Who do you think you are? The temptation to quit was overwhelming. It felt like the logical, sensible thing to do. Just give up, admit defeat, and go back to a normal, predictable life. But then something small would happen. A single positive comment from a stranger halfway across the world. A tiny breakthrough after weeks of being stuck on a problem. A moment where I looked at what I'd created and felt a flicker of pride. These moments were my lifelines. They were just enough to make me think, okay, just one more day. Let's just try for one more day. This one more day philosophy became my mantra. When I felt like I couldn't possibly go on, I wouldn't think about the next year or the next month. I'd just focus on getting through the next 24 hours. I started to reframe my idea of failure. Instead of seeing my mistakes as a sign I should stop, I started seeing them as tuition. Every error was a lesson. Every setback was a setup for a comeback. I realized that motivation isn't some magical fountain you drink from. It's a fire you have to build yourself, stick by stick. And sometimes you have to protect that tiny flame from the wind and the rain with your bare hands. I stopped looking for external validation. I stopped waiting for someone to give me permission to succeed. I had to become my own biggest cheerleader, even when my voice was shaky. I learned to celebrate the small wins. Finishing a difficult task? That's a win. Learning a new skill, even if I wasn't great at it yet, that's a win. Getting out of bed on a day when all I wanted to do was hide, that was a massive win. This shift in perspective was everything. It turned my journey from a long, impossible marathon into a series of small, manageable steps. Slowly, things started to change. My one more day turned into another week, then another month. The small wins started adding up. The skills I was learning began to compound. People started to notice. The project that was once met with silence began to create a buzz. The same people who doubted me at the beginning started coming back, saying, "Wow, I always knew you could do it." It's funny how success changes people's memories, isn't it? But here's the most important thing I learned. The real victory wasn't the external success. It wasn't the numbers or the recognition. The real victory was who I became in the process. I became more resilient. I learned the true meaning of discipline. I discovered a strength inside myself that I never knew existed. I proved to that nagging voice of doubt in my head that it was wrong. Today, I'm still on my journey. There are still hard days. There are still moments of doubt. That never completely goes away. But now, I know how to handle them. I know that they are just temporary clouds passing in front of a sun that is always there. So if you're out there right now, feeling stuck, feeling invisible, feeling like you want to give up, please hear me. Your struggle is real. Your feelings are valid. But so is your strength. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone's path is different. Your journey is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to get back up one more time than you fall down. It's about finding the courage to take that next small step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. Embrace the process. Fall in love with the grind. Be proud of how far you've come, even if it doesn't look like much to anyone else. You are in the process of becoming. You are forging your own strength in the fires of adversity. The person you are becoming through this struggle is the greatest prize you will ever win. Don't give up on them. Keep going. Try for just one more day. You have no idea how close you might be to your breakthrough. The world needs that unique gift that only you have. Don't you dare rob us of it. Keep fighting. Keep learning. And never, ever forget the power you have within you to take that next step. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I'd love to hear about your own journey in the comments below. Let's support each other. You've got this.